So, what about the food that we eat for some answers on how every country can get better with food safety? I spoke with Jeff Nelken, who's an expert on the topic, and I talked to them a short while ago.
Well, I think that, we need to start taking a look at how food is prepared, for groups and identify, each step of the way where there's the potential for contamination to take place if it's accidental or intentional.
Right, and I'm just wondering, when one looks at food safety standards in the developing world, is that something that is pretty low down the list of priorities, because municipal authorities, state authorities, even government authorities at the central level have other things to worry about rather than worrying about food safety?
Well, I think that food safety now needs to take a fresh priority, and we need to take a look at opportunities like this because it seems that this is a vulnerable population and it's not very well supervised. And I think we need to start paying attention how we can improve and minimize intentional or accidental contamination of food, especially to children.
Right, and what are the warning signs that we should be looking for? What are the red flags?
Okay, the red flags would include everything from the food being delivered, I mean, the source of where the food is originating from, to the time the food is actually delivered to the facility. Here in the United States, for example, a lot of the trucks have seals on them and have codes on them so that they cannot just be left open and anyone can have access to the delivery container. And certainly, when the food product is being brought, into the location or institution, somebody needs to receive the product and make sure, verify that the product has not been contaminated, that there hasn't been any pesticides or any chemicals stored with the food at the time that it was being delivered to, the spot. And then, of course, every step of the way, we need to look at how the food is being stored, handled, and prepared.
And when we look at the food chain right now, food coming from farms, etc., it's going through processes. It gets to, retailers who sell the food to us, and then it's of course on our tables. Are we able to track back where food comes from and what happens to it all along the way?
Not always exactly, but we're working on improving the tracking system, and we also call it recall, so that we want the ability to be able to go backwards and forwards to see where the contamination could have occurred, if it's a foreign object or if it's a bacteriological of nature. So again, we are constantly developing laboratory testing, and this is part of our new HACCP and our Modernization Act to further develop skills at making sure that the food is as pure as we possibly can have it. So it's still, some opportunities to certainly make better decisions when it comes to making sure that the food coming from different parts of the world are maintained in a safe manner.
Okay, Jeff Nelken, thanks for joining us.
Foodsafetycoach.com, thanks you too. Thank you.